we're going to start with our warm-up. Our warm-up today is going to be a warm-up drill, and we are going to start by walking backwards around in the room. So whatever space you've got at home, you're walking backwards. Just be careful not to hit any furniture or fall over anything. But our default movement for the warm-up today is going to just be walking backwards around our room. Okay, so keep going. Now, as we're doing our default movement of walking backwards, I'm going to say 4 different movement tasks, and when I say them, I want you to do them. So, the first one is when I say squat and kick, you're going to stop wherever you are, and you're going to give me 4 squat and kicks, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then continue with your default movement of walking backwards. When I say standing jacks, or your modified jumping jacks, you're going to stop where you are and you're going to give me 4 modified standing jacks, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're going to continue on with your default movement of backwards walking. When I say high knees, you're going to stop where you are and you're going to give me 10 high knees, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then continue on with your backwards walking, which is your default movement here. And the very last task is when I say 4 slams, you're going to stop where you are and give me 4 floor slams, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then continue on with your backwards walking. Kind of make sense? Okay, we're going to try it. So hopefully you're already walking backwards. Remember, that's your default movement and you always return to that. Okay, so we're going to start with our 10 high knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then keep going with your backwards default walking. Remember, if anything is too fast, that's okay. Slow it down, do it at your own time. Let's do our 4 floor slams. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to return to our backwards walking. Nicely done, everybody. Let's do our squat and kicks. You've got 4. And then we continue on with our backwards walking. Let's do our 4 standing jacks. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then continue on. So just like that, okay? So keep going with your backwards walking. Squat and kicks. 4, 3, 2, 1. Always return to the default movement of backwards walking. 4 standing jacks. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then continue on with your backwards walking. 10 high knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Another 10 high knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And let's do our floor slams. We've got 4, 3, 2, 1. And return to your backwards walking. Nicely done. Last one. Let's go for our 10 high knees again. 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop there. Legs nice and wide. Reach those arms up as wide as you can, and we're going to do a sideways stretch, reaching your arms away from each other. And coming back up, drop the arms. Same to the other side. Reaching over, shoulders away from the ears. Coming back up. Drop the arms, legs stay nice and wide. We're gonna bring our hands over to one side and you're sticking your bottom back over the bent knee and the other leg is nice and straight so you feel a stretch on the inner thigh of that straight leg. So from the side, you stick your bottom back like that, okay? Coming back up, same to the other side. Stick your bottom back. Keep one leg straight. You should feel a stretch on that inner thigh. One more each side. Last time, other side. Nicely done. And we're going to go into some butt kicks. And you're rolling the shoulders back as you're kicking your bottom. So from the side, you're kicking your heel to your bottom. And you're rolling the shoulders back at the same time. Nicely done. Okay, we'll stop there. Hopefully you're a bit warm. Now, our exercises today, we are doing 5 exercises. We're going to do 2 rounds of the 5 exercises. So the first 5 exercises, we're going to do 2 minutes each. And then the second round of the same 5 exercises, we are going to do 1 minute each. And then we're going to finish the class with a little bit of a dual task challenge, which is when we do a physical task paired with a thinking skill task. Okay, so the first exercise we have is we're going to do some forward lunges with arms that flip downward. So it looks like this. Lunge, in, lunge, in. From the side, lunge, in, lunge, in. Now it's really important that my arms are not just going forward like this, but I'm actually throwing them back. Like I've got a heavy cape on and I'm throwing back the cape. So I'm squeezing my shoulder blades together and opening the chest at the same time. Now, if you can't do a lunge, that's okay. You can do a step as well. All I ask is if you are doing a step, that you make the step a little bit wider, a little bit longer, rather than a small step like that. Because if you're stepping small, your body is sort of still on the spot. We haven't really had that forward and backwards translation in that movement. So I do want you to step out enough that you're getting that sort of weight shift, okay? 2 minutes, are you ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. Remember, you're slicing those arms back through the air like you're throwing back a heavy cape. Nice, sharp with the arms if you can. Chest up. It's almost like you're thinking about your torso like an elevator. You can only go up and down, but not forwards and back. Nicely done, everybody. Really spread out those fingers as wide as you can. Noticing that my arms are behind me when I throw back the invisible cape, so they're not forward, but back behind me. If you're doing the stepping version, same thing with the arms, you're throwing them back, but you are stepping forward enough that you're getting that kind of translation of weight. So remember, I don't want to see anyone do this. Doesn't count. Like that. Out. Good. You got 1 minute left. 2 minutes goes by so fast. Or maybe not fast enough. 45 seconds. You are almost there. Nicely done, everybody. Chest up. Remember, think about your body like an elevator. We do not want to be going forward. You want to keep your body upright the entire time if you can. 30 seconds. Same thing, if you're doing stepping, we don't want to be throwing our body forward. Keep your chest up, even if you're doing the stepping version. Chest up, not forward. 15 seconds. Last 10. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nicely done. Okay, that was exercise number 1. You got 4 exercises left. Next one, you're starting with the wide stance. Your arms are out in a straight position. Your palms are facing the ceiling. And what you're doing here is you're doing a squat followed by a balance onto one side, and you're clapping those hands together. Come back to the squat, balance on the other side. Now, if you don't want to lift your leg, that's okay. You can just keep it on the floor. So noticing my toes are on the floor. Toes are on the floor. That's okay too. But the really important thing is you're bringing your shoulder over your hip, over your foot. So you're balancing. So what I don't want to see is you stay on the spot. You want to bring your weight over to either side, okay? Are we ready? 2 minutes here. Oops, just want to make sure I'm not going to hit anything here in my room. Okay, 2 minutes. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. Really balance over. Transition your weight over from side to side. Nicely done. Remember, if you don't want to lift the leg, that's okay. Keep it on the floor, but you're still moving yourself over from side to side, right? You're still moving yourself over from side to side. Nicely done. So whatever version works for you is okay. Keep your arms up, elbows straight if you can. Don't want to see anyone do this. Doesn't count. Keep your arms up. Nicely done. Up. Really balance over onto either side. Nicely done. 1 minute left. You're almost there. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. Keep your legs wide. So if your legs are too close, doesn't count. Keep your legs wide so you really transfer your weight over from side to side. 40 seconds. Breathe. Last 30 seconds. You're almost there. There's an element of the balance. When you go from side to side, you're transferring your weight, and there's an element of balance even if your toe is still on the floor. There's an element of biasing your weight from side to side. Last 10 seconds. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Well done. Okay. Next exercise is going to be our skater lunge. In this movement, we start with the hands across the chest, kind of like our first exercise, and then we open them up out nice and wide, opening the fingers, and bring them back to the chest. And the legs go like this. Your legs are going to go back on a diagonal into a lunge, come back up, same to the other side, back on a diagonal, and come back up. Okay? So when you're doing this movement, what you don't want to do is this, with your chest going back. You want to keep your chest up, if you can, when you're doing this movement. I think my camera's not set up properly today. It's a little bit lower. Let me move it up slightly. It is on the floor, so you probably see a bit of the underside of my desk, but anyway, okay, 2 minutes. Are you ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. So remember, if you can't lunge, that's okay. You can do a step as well, but you're trying to keep the shoulders square. So even if I'm doing a step here, keep going, you're still keeping your shoulders relatively forward if you're not doing the lunge. So remember, we're not doing this, right? It doesn't count. You're stepping back on a diagonal enough that you're actually translating your weight back. Okay, keep going. Oops, I just hit my wall there. Hopefully you've got more room where you are. Keep going. Keep your chest up. Just like before, you're imagining your body is like an elevator. You can go up and down, but not forwards and backwards when you're doing this. 1 minute. Nicely done. Keep breathing. Remember, if you can't do the lunge, that's okay. Do the step, but you're stepping back enough that you're translating that weight back. Yes, nicely done. 45 seconds. Keep breathing. Open up those fingers. Reach those arms. 30 seconds. You're almost there. Nicely done. Reach those fingers. Reach those arms nice and wide. Fill up as much space as you've got. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, good job everybody. 2 exercises left. And then we're gonna redo this round, except now only for 1 minute each round. So you're almost done. Okay, so next exercise, we're gonna do our windmill exercise, except we're changing it slightly today. So you might remember our windmill exercise was like this, right? Your feet kind of stay on the spot, and we're weight shifting from side to side. Okay, so today it's gonna be a little different. We're gonna start facing the side. 1 leg forward, 1 leg back, and you're going to bring those arms down to the front leg, and you're still gonna do the same windmill arms, except now your feet, if you ignore my arms for a second, your feet are pivoting from side to side. So rather than on the spot like this, like before, you're facing the side to start, and you're going up and over, you're pivoting. So you can see my toes are turning the direction my body is going. When you add the arms, exactly the same thing. You go up and over like that, okay? 2 minutes. Are you ready? Let's try it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. Up and over. So really imagine that you got a blank canvas in front of you, and you're trying as big of a rainbow as you can with the tips of your fingers. So you're really reaching up and over with those fingers, up and over. Remember, just like before, if anything feels too fast, please feel free to slow it down. You don't have to do it at this speed, right? And if you do need a break, you're of course welcome to take one. Up and over, up and over. But if you are taking a break, I just ask that you get right back into it if you can. Nicely done. Really reach those fingers. Make sure your torso is also going up and down, up and over. So it's not just the arms. You got 1 minute left. Keep the toes turning. Remember, your feet go where your body is going, right? So we're not just on the spot. Your feet are turning the direction of where your body is going as well. Nicely done. Whew. Keep going. Last 30 seconds. You're almost there. As big as you can, really spread out those fingers and reach as far as you possibly can. You've only got 1 exercise left after this, and then you're done round 1. Keep going, breathe. Nicely done, 10 seconds. Reach, open those fingers, last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Oh my goodness, well done. Okay, last exercise, we are turning sideways, or you can face the front, but I'm gonna turn sideways so you can see me. So we are going to do a reverse lunge, followed by opposite arm to leg punch, like this. So I'm reverse lunging, my left leg is forward, so my right arm is forward. I'm punching, not just the front arm, both arms come back up. Same to the other side, punch, come back up. So I'm going opposite arm to leg punch. And if you can't do a lunge, that's okay. A step is absolutely fine as well. I just ask that if you are doing a step, we're not doing this, right? This doesn't count, you tapping on the spot. I want there to be a backwards translation of weight, and you'll notice that because we are punching opposite arm to leg, there's an element of that kind of rotation in the trunk as well. Okay, are you ready? You've got 2 minutes. Here we go, 3, 2, 1, and go. Just like before, imagine your body is like an elevator. You're going up and down, but not forwards and backwards, right? You're going up and down, not forwards and backwards. If you can't do a lunge, a step is fine as well, but you're still punching opposite arm to leg, not just the front arm, but the back arm is reaching as well. Nicely done. Good, keep it going. Really reach those arms away from each other. How much room can you fill up here? Remember, if this is too fast, please feel free to slow it down, or you can modify it into that backward stepping position instead. That's okay as well. You got 1 minute left. Nicely done. Good. Keep up the good work. Think chest up. Your torso's like an elevator. You go up and down, but not forwards and backwards. Nicely done, 30 seconds. Almost there. Good, almost there. Keep breathing. Remember to really punch those arms away from your center, not just the front arm, but the back arm as well. 15 seconds. Nicely done, everybody. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Well done. Okay, so that's the end of our round 1. We're going to do all 5 exercises again for round 2, but this time we only have 1 minute each round. So the first exercise, we started with our hands across the chest, and this is the one where we did a forward lunge and we threw those arms back as if we're carrying a heavy cape. Do you remember that? We're lunging forward and we're throwing those arms back like we got a heavy cape. If you can't lunge, stepping is okay as well, but we are not tapping on the spot, right? You want to make sure you're transferring your weight forward and back. Okay, 1 minute. You ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. Really slice those arms back, open those fingers. Imagine you've got the heavy cape on and you're throwing back that heavy cape and you're leading that slicing movement with your pinky finger. Spreading out those fingers nice and wide. Same as before, you're imagining your body is like an elevator. You are going up and down, but not forwards and backwards. If you're doing the stepping version, exactly the same. Chest up, you're stepping forward and back, throwing those arms back. 15 seconds, almost there. So same thing, if you're stepping, you're not lunging, that's okay. Throw those arms back. Throw those arms back. Good, last 10. The arms are back behind you, right? Squeezing those shoulder blades. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay. Second exercise, legs wide, arms facing up towards the ceiling. We're doing our squat and our clap over. So let me move back. Squat, clap. Do you remember that? Element of balance. If you don't want to lift your leg off the ground, keep it on the floor. That's fine as well. Okay, but you got to transfer your weight from side to side. You ready? 1 minute. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. Keeping those arms nice and long if you can. Clapping from side to side. You bring your weight over to whichever leg you're pushing up on. If you want to keep the foot on the floor, that's fine as well. But you'll notice I'm moving my shoulders over my hip, over my heel. Same thing on this side. I'm going over, going over. So whether you're lifting your leg up or not, same thing. Nicely done. 25 seconds left. The 1 minute round goes by too fast. Keep going. Balancing from side to side. 15 seconds. Nicely done. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, 3 exercises left. Your next one with your skater lunges like this. Arms out nice and wide, leg goes back on a diagonal. Just like before, if you can't lunge and you're stepping, that's fine as well, but you're trying to keep your shoulders square to the front if you can. Okay, 1 minute. You ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. Arms nice and wide. Remember, if anything is too fast for you, please feel free to slow it down, or if you need a break, that's okay. Feel free to take a break. Hopefully you didn't just fall like I did. But you can feel free to take a break if you need. Just try your best to get right back into it if you can. Remember, you can modify, so you can do the step. If you don't want to do the lunge, I just ask that you step back enough that you're translating your weight backwards. And you're still spreading those arms nice and wide, fingers nice and wide as well. Nicely done. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Whew, well done. Okay, 2 exercises left, and then you're done. And then we've got our cognitive challenge. Okay, so our 4th exercise was our windmill, and that's the one where we started facing the side, 1 leg forward, 1 leg back, arms reaching down, and you go up and over with our windmill. But just like before, we are pivoting our feet. So if you look at my feet, you can see my toes are pivoting and turning the direction that my body is going. So I am not doing this on the spot. I am moving my feet. Okay? 1 minute. You ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. Up and over. Imagine you've got a blank canvas in front of you and you're drawing a gigantic rainbow with those fingertips. And you're really getting your trunk involved, your torso involved. So we're not just moving the arms, but your body is going up and over as well. 30 seconds. Your body is going up and over as well. Keep going. 25. Almost there. Keep going. Last 15 seconds. Up and over. Make sure you take those toes with you. You're pivoting from side to side. Keep going. Reach, reach, reach. Reach, reach, reach. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Oh my goodness. Well done. Okay. Last exercise, and then we have our dual task challenge. So the last one is going to be our reverse lunge, and we're doing our opposite arm and leg, our opposite arm and leg punching, but we're punching with both the forward arm and the backwards arm. So it looks like this. You're reverse lunging, and you can see your opposite arm to leg, but my back arm is punching as well, coming back up. Same to the other side. So as you're doing this, there's a little bit of a rotation that happens in the trunk. And if you don't want to lunge, step. Step is okay too, as long as we're not stepping on the spot like that. You want to have enough weight back that you're kind of transferring your weight back and forward. Okay? Last minute of hard work. And then, well, not the last minute of hard work, last minute of the circuit. And then we've got our dual task challenge. And then you're done. Okay, are you ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. Opposite arm to leg. Remember, it's not just a front arm punching, but the back arm as well. And just like before, if this is too fast, don't worry. Please feel free to slow it down. If you don't want to lunge, stepping is okay as well. But you're stepping back enough that you're transferring your weight back and then forward again. Nicely done, everybody. 20 seconds. You're almost there. Nicely done. 15. Time goes by so fast. Keep going. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, that was your circuit. So now we're going to finish with a little bit of a dual task challenge, which is when we do a physical task, so a physical movement, and we pair that with a cognitive task, so a thinking task. And so today I'm going to show you the physical movement first, and then after we get the physical movement, I'll tell you what we're doing for the thinking skill task, okay? So the physical movement, we are doing a little bit of a boxing combination. So arms up in guard, and you're gonna start in your fighter stance. So one leg forward, one leg back, sort of on a diagonal, so you're angled a little bit. It doesn't matter what side you start with, because you're gonna do both anyway. But here's the movement. So we are going to do a jab, cross, which basically just means you're punching forward. But the jab and the cross means different arms. So if I say, so a jab is your lead arm punching forward. So whatever leg is forward, that same arm is your lead arm. So jab is that arm punching forward, and then a cross is the back arm punching forward. And so you're doing a jab, cross, cross. You're going to do 2 duck and weaves traveling backwards, 2 duck and weaves traveling forward. So a duck and weave looks like this. It's kind of like you're drawing a U, the letter U, with your torso. So you're going down and up, kind of like you're going underneath a rope, down and up, okay? So you're doing 2 duck and weave traveling backwards, so it looks like this. 1, 2. Okay, and then you're going to do 2 duck and weaves traveling forward like this. 1, 2. And then you're going to switch sides, same on the other side. So we do a jab, cross, 2 duck and weaves back, 1, 2, 2 duck and weaves forward, 1, 2. And then you switch sides, same thing. Jab, cross, 2 duck and weaves back, 2 duck and weaves forward. Okay, and then same on the other side. Okay, so that's our physical movement. Jab, cross, 2 duck and weaves back, 2 duck and weaves forward, other side. Okay, while you're doing the physical task, I'm going to give you a word that you are going to rhyme with. So I'm going to give you a word, and you're going to say out loud as many other words you can think of that rhymes with that particular word. And so we'll do that a couple of times. I will try not to talk as you're doing this so you can really concentrate. But I'm going to give you a word, and you're going to then say out loud as many words as you can think of that rhymes with that particular word. Okay, let's start with the physical movement first. Let's just get the physical movement going before we start the cognitive task. So when you're ready, we're doing a jab, cross, 2 duck and weaves back, 1, 2, 2 duck and weaves forward, 1, 2, other side, jab, cross, 2 duck and weaves back, 2 duck and weaves forward. Okay, switch legs, keep going. So if this boxing combination is too fast for you, please feel free to slow it down, or once you have the combination and you want to make it faster, you are of course welcome to do so as well. So keep going with the movement. Now your first word that you're going to try to rhyme with is the word bird, as in the flying animal, bird. So when you're ready, you're going to say as many words as you can think of that rhymes with the word bird. Okay, off we go. Remember to make sure that you're still moving, you're still doing your boxing combination, even though you're trying to think about as many words as you can that rhymes with the word bird. Nicely done. Keep moving. Just because you're thinking doesn't mean you're going to stop moving. Nicely done. Keep moving, even when you're thinking. How are we doing? Are you still moving? Hopefully, yes. Hopefully you haven't frozen on the spot just because you're thinking about words that rhyme. Okay, we're gonna try a second word now. Keep moving, keep moving. The second word you're gonna try to rhyme with is the word feather. Feather, so like feather on a bird. So you're going to say as many words out loud as you can think of that rhymes with the word feather. Off you go. Make sure that you're still moving as you're thinking. Keep moving. Make sure you're not freezing on the spot. Just because we're thinking, you want to try to keep going with your movement as much as you can. Nicely done, everybody. Okay, let's try a final word. So keep moving, keep doing your boxing combination. Your final word is tired, as in you're tired of this class. Okay, so you're going to keep going with your boxing combination, but you're going to say out loud as many words as you can think of that rhymes with the word tired. Off you go. Make sure you're still doing your boxing combination. Just because you're thinking, it doesn't mean that we're going to stop moving. Nicely done, everybody. Keep going, keep moving as you're thinking about the words that rhyme with tired. I'll give you a few more seconds here. I'm sure you're tired of this class. Make sure that you keep moving as you're thinking. And we'll stop there. Well done, everybody. Thank you for joining us with the Move with Shelly class. Session number 3 next week is our final class, and we will see you then. Thank you, everybody. Bye for now.